Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm out and about. So I thought I'd just say hello to you in the car here. So it's been a few days since I did one of these, but as I mentioned earlier, then we are heading into the holiday season. So my question is, how are you taking care of yourself during the holiday season so that you get enough sleep, don't get stomach upsets, don't pack on extra pounds like is common? So what do you do during the holidays? Because it's a time when we can have a lot of stress, extra activities, conversations with people like family members visiting that we normally don't have. And whenever there's family around, it always stirs up stuff. So I just wanted to share with you a couple of ideas for that today, and just to let you be aware of or encourage you to be mindful of what you're doing, because what you do during these next few weeks till the end of the year will really influence whether or not you get the winter flu. Hello, Mary. Thanks for tuning in. Within your restricted diet. So what you do now between now and the end of the year greatly influences whether or not you get the flu season or get stuck in the flu experience. So this is what happens typically. You have your normal routine and activities and ways of eating and taking care of yourself and interacting with people. And then during the holidays, all of that changes. You have extra things to do, extra shopping, festivities, things, extra food, socializing experiences. And then we end up, hello, Julie, thanks for tuning in. We end up eating more than we normally would, or different things that we normally do. And oftentimes those things are the sweets, the sugary things, more alcohol, things that leave an acidic residue in your body. Yeah? You can relate. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. So you've got that extra thing there. Then you're probably not sleeping as much as you normally do because it's a stressful, busy time. And then you have visits from family members or friends, and those conversations often stir up things, yeah? So you've got layers of 3 different factors of things going on during these next few weeks. All of that creates a lot more stress, a lot more of an acidic residue in your body, a lot of energetic congestion. And when you don't stop and allow your body to process all of that, metabolize and release it all, then what happens is the traffic backlog begins to happen. I call it that. So you can think of it within your cells, in your lymph system, within your digestive system. Backlog happens of all kinds of things, whether it's the food, it's the excess sugar and alcohol, it's the stress and the emotions from the conversation, not having enough sleep, extra running around. Then it depends on where you live. There's the cold, the weather factor. So all of that hits your body and you get worn down. Your body's not able to process and metabolize and get rid of all that toxic buildup. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for tuning in. And so what happens after the New Year's? You're done with all of that activity and running around, all of that extra eating, and then you go back into your more normal routine. But your body hasn't been able to process and really get rid of all of that acidity and congestion. And so what does it do? It crashes. And the way that the body gets rid of wastes and toxicity and excess energy is through the 4 channels of elimination. So if you guys know what those are, then give me a thumbs up or a star or something. So what the 4 channels are is through your breath, through breathing, through the pores of your skin, through sweating, through your kidneys in urination, and through your colon through going to the bathroom. So any of those areas can get backed up and congested, and then bacteria can grow. or the type of bacteria that you don't want to grow will develop in your body, and especially around the sinuses, your lungs. Hello, Jill. Thanks for tuning in. Even in your digestive tract. So that then sets off your immune system to have to work overtime. And the way that the body gets rid of wastes is it burns a fire, which is a fever. So what do you typically do when you have a fever? What have you been taught? Have you been taught that it's bad, that you shouldn't have a fever? Or have you been accustomed to going to either the doctor or the drugstore, getting medicines over the counter or prescription medicines to shut the fever down, to dry up the congestion? Yeah, how many of you have done that? Just give me a thumbs up or a like if you've done that. So let me tell you what you're doing to your body when you do that. You're actually shutting down your immune system, and you're making it a lot more harder for your body to get rid of the wastes. It has to work harder. And so that then looks like more intense flu season and a longer period of time when you don't feel well. Did you know that? So let's rethink some of the things that we do so that we can understand how the body actually functions, so that you can bypass some of the colds and the flu season, because you want to start now to prepare for that. So what you can do between now and then is do things to really boost your immune system. Essential oils, herbs, Chinese medicine herbs, medicinal mushroom, getting enough sleep, keeping up your exercise routine, sitting in the sauna and sweating at the gym, or even just having a really hot bath and just closing up the bathtub as much as you can, and just so that you can breathe in the steam and just allow the heat to build up in your body, to raise your body's temperature, because that does two things. A natural fever, your body will do a natural fever intentionally because it, number one, activates your immune system. It kicks it into overdrive so that it gets really busy breaking down and getting rid of the pathogenic germs, bacteria, whatever toxic wastes that accumulate in your body. And then number two, the heat will slow down or inhibit the activity of the bacteria that is contributing to colds and congestion. So you want to have a fever, actually. Thanks for tuning in, Stan. You want to allow your body to have a fever. So you just encourage it. Feed yourself with lots of teas and fluids. And even you can do like garlic and take some garlic and take some onions and turmeric, things that will actually, like warming herbs that will actually increase the heat in your body, that will support your body in burning off all of the bacteria and the wastes and such. So don't be afraid of a fever. You know, your body's not going to, it's very, very rare when your fever, the temperature of your body gets so high that it's dangerous. But in the normal normal experience of fevers, then allow it, because there's a reason why your body's doing that. It knows what it needs to do to clean and detoxify and burn off all the wastes. So that brings me back to my other thing of during these next few weeks, you know, how much extra feeding or celebrating do you really need to do? You know, how much extra alcohol, how much extra food, how much extra sugary stuff do you really need? And are you grabbing for those things just to ease the tension of conversations you've had because you've been stressed out from all of the different activities and you haven't slept well? Or are you using food as a Band-Aid, as a sugar-coating Band-Aid to cover up things of depression or anxiety, the feelings and issues that get stirred up because of the conversation with your families? The depression, the anger, the old baggage from things that happened when you guys were growing up or earlier in your times, and you in family dynamics, you're still repeating it. So look at all of that stuff and ask yourself, do you really need to go into the same old pattern again and again? Or can you choose to do something else this year and say no to some of the sugary foods, some of the excess eating, and instead pick foods whose ingredients are very nutrient heavy? Pick foods that support the cleansing, the elimination, natural processes of your body, rather than wearing your body down, and then you get to deal with the results of that, the consequences of that in January and February. So you can bypass a lot of that cold and winter flu season, hello Fred, by simply not going overboard these next few weeks. Sound good? So give me a thumbs up or a like if you follow what I've been sharing, and if there's something you want to ask me, then I can hang around for a few minutes. With that, then I'm also going to be doing a class. I haven't done an online class for a little bit, but I'll be doing an online class the first week of December. So if you'd like to know more about that, then drop me a comment. But what that's going to entail is things that you can do during the holiday season to really deal with the emotional stuff that gets triggered. How can you move that energy out of your body in a way that is easy and not so you don't go into the big old trauma, drama, chaos, anger, arguments, all that stuff. But you can just take care of yourself in a very easy, efficient way during your day or at the end of your day, using some of the techniques that I'll be teaching in this class to help ease some of the feelings and emotions that get triggered during the holidays. And that can support you then in staying clear and mindful and present, so that you can then choose foods, meals, activities, conversations that's not going to set you off down into the old patterns that end up producing congestion and colds and flus during the new year. Does that make sense? So if you want to be a part of that class, it's in my study group that's all about helping people get free themselves of emotional eating and sugar cravings. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for tuning in. So I'd love to have you in the class. It's all about self-care, using some very specific things that you can do to ease and work through specific emotions that get triggered during the holiday season. All right, so thanks for tuning in. If you want some private message me or just drop me a comment below if you want to know more about that class, and then I will shoot you the info on that, but that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Great seeing you all. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I'll talk soon. Okay, bye.